Beautiful morning on Nuka Hiva. We have an exciting day ahead. What is exciting about today, Mick?
I'm going to get some tattoos, Marquesan tattoos.
We have been talking about doing this for a very long time in Marquesan, and we tried in a couple of other small villages. We were kind of hoping to do something pretty authentic, but as we learned and researched and spoke to people, we realized that tattooing is very, very sacred in Polynesian culture, especially in small villages. The tattoo artist is very highly regarded, but we very quickly picked up the vibe that in the really small villages, they're kind of hesitant to tattoo an outsider, which is totally understandable. Now we're in the main town on Nuka Hiva, and there are some tattoo artists here that are very happy to tattoo outsiders, foreigners like us. The tattoos have a traditional theme to them, but they are not the traditional tattoos. There's often very traditional placements and timing, and those are earned. And you really need to be part of the community to earn those. So we completely respect that. We never want to do anything that would offend or inappropriate towards their culture. But we are really honored and excited to get the tattoos that we are getting today.
It's going to feel good on my collarbone.
Oh yeah. This is a sensitive area. Getting a tattoo in the Marquesas is an extremely special honor for us. The process begins by telling the artist the story of your journey, what's important to you in life, and then traditional symbols and designs are used to depict your life's journey. Hand-drawn and always a bit of a surprise. Mick and I were tattooed in 2 different locations at the same time, thanks to our friends for helping us get footage from the day. What would Kate say?
What would she say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How are you doing?
How are you?
It's fine. He's doing a great job. I'm very comfortable.
We were so happy with the final product. Thanks so much to our amazing artists in Nuka Hiva. We heard from our tattoo artists about an exciting performance happening that night. Dancers from a neighboring town were coming to the community hall, and we were so excited to be able to attend. Mom, Dad, and I decided to go on a bit of an exploratory mission to find some ancient ruins and tikis. The hike started in town and was a pretty steep uphill climb into the mountains. We had some vague directions we found online, and we hoped for the best. We're searching for tikis. We found one. It says to turn right here. Think we wander through here? They do say it's just like in the trees, right?
I want to just read this again, okay? It says you're going to walk uphill, then turn right at the metal power pole and recycling plant surrounded by a green fence, which is just before the road makes a hard left-hand turn.
But the whole road isn't.
You know what? This is not a recycling plant. This is a gathering facility.
Okay.
So it's going to be further up.
I think
Okay.
you're right.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. It's a bit of an uphill trek. I love the green. I love the mountains. I'm excited for Tuamotus, but I love it here. Someone blocking the road. I've never seen a horse that's so white.
She's got sunburn.
She has one blue eye. Is this the next step?
At the large banyan tree, turn left.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello.
You are so cute. Then make your next right. There might be a chain blocking vehicles from going up. Be sure to explore all around as there are many hidden huts, tikis, and statues.
Okay.
What we learned in Anaho from the signs is that they rebuild the roofs to show us and to preserve them. But all the foundations are original. Just imagine the people like walking through these paths, through their little village in the mountains.
Yeah. Cool.
Everything is so tidy. I think it's someone's farm. They have coconuts and bees and mangoes and limes and bananas and probably more than that, but that's what I saw for sure. Pretty cool. Oh, it looks like they're growing watermelon right there or something. Some sort of squash maybe. Wow. Stunning. It's actually Sunday morning, but they do church very, very early, like 7 a.m. So there's nobody around now. Quite a stormy day on Nukuhiva today. We have these massive swells rolling through the anchorage. It's kind of time to get off the boat because it's a little rolly out there. And we found this other really cool tiki site. It's just like a field of tikis. It's pretty rad. What's happening over here? Oh, soup. Are you making soup?
They've all been decapitated. Oh, this one's been debutted.
It's pretty old, dude. More of those circles.
What are they?
I don't know.
They're everywhere.
I don't know.
See, like they added
They
all
must
this
have a
stuff.
purpose. Okay, we have been on New Kahiva for a very long time. 2 weeks or something?
Has it been that long?
I think so. It's been an amazing island, but we have been here way longer than we anticipated because of weather. We kind of got stuck here. We missed a weather window to go to the Tuamotus because of our tattoos, which was totally worth it.
Yeah.
But then a system rolled through and we've kind of just been waiting it out. But we should be able to leave in the next couple days from this island, go to one more Marquesan island,
Whoa.
and then on to Tuamotus. That's the plan. Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
We've had a bit of an exciting morning. We planned to film our passage today because it's just a short one. It was going to be really uneventful. And we were just about to leave the bay, the main village in New Kahiva, and our engine alarm went off. And we think it's our oil pump pressure. Our oil pressure is low, so we leaked some oil somewhere. And we're getting towed back to the anchorage. We were not even half a mile out of the anchorage. Bit of a day. We're very thankful for this lovely couple on the boat My Time. They just happened to be passing us. We actually were trying to sail back in at one point, but there was like no wind and we were drifting towards those rocks. So it got a little bit sketchy. They offered to tow us and we were like, we think we're okay. And then we were like, this is going to take all day. We're going to do 50 million tacks and it's a bit dangerous with all these rocks around. So this is very kind. We owe them some beer for sure. It's like super light winds in this bay and it's straight on our nose and it's so narrow in here. Really would have been tight to try and get back. I do feel like maybe we were being a bit soft getting a tow.
No.
No? You think it was the right call?
Very crazy and just
Finicky.
like circling over that way. Oh, no, this way. No.
Yeah, we were kind of sailing in circles.
So, that's quite a bit of oil, man.
Ooh.
You're filling me in.
Do you want to tell me what's going on, Mick?
We have alarms set up, thankfully, on the engine. One is for the couple times that we forgot to open the raw water intake and the engine's got warm and the alarm goes off. And another one we know now for oil pressure. So we heard that intermittently going and I just came down, and saw that it was low and just killed the engine straight away.
We didn't have time to grab a camera. I wasn't planning to film at all today. It's supposed to be a very relaxing sail.
It was finicky winds out there. A boat had just left, M2 actually, and they said they kept getting 360 wind shifts, so we didn't want to put any sails up until we were out of the bay. And we killed the engine, we put the sails up, and the wind was too light to sail anywhere. And we were drifting towards rocks, and right at that time a sailboat came around the corner and said, "Do you want a tow?" And then
I actually called them just to let them know that we had no maneuverability because we were drifting into rocks. And then they offered, "Would you like a tow?"
And here we are.
Would you like a tow?
So-
and at first I was like, "Nah, we got sails, we're fine." And then 5 minutes later I was like, "Actually."
I was just telling Mr. Mark here, whenever there's an issue, we're just like, it's just going to be this weird little thing. We found the concentration of where the oil was. Yeah, there's nothing on the port side where the exhaust is, which is good because that would have started a fire. There's nothing at the back and it's all focused around this area. And I just went down to feel around the oil filter and I gave it a bit of a tweak and it was loose. So there's a chance that the oil filter on the engine just worked itself loose again, which is weird because I was in here yesterday.
And I have is, who is Mr. Mac?
You.
Oh.
Hi, Mr. Mac.
I'm Mr. Mac. That's the one. Now it's right.
Okay.
So what you gonna do?
What am I going to do? I'm going to tighten that oil filter down and add some oil to the engine and then we'll start it and just monitor it, I guess.
That's a good plan.
So they say to change the oil on your sailboat engine. Well, I shouldn't say they say. Most people do it every 100 hours. And I read our manual, it said 250. So I've just been doing it 250. If people are upset about that, then I'm sorry. But that's what the manual says and I'm just following the manual. Anyway. So in that I change the oil filter every time and there's a gasket that sits in there like that. I noticed the oil filter was loose, figured that's where most of the oil was coming from because there's splatter around it. Tightened it back on and went, you know what, I should just take it off and check it. Took it off, then I noticed the gasket came off and I was like, oh okay, must have just got stuck to the engine a bit. Realised there's two gaskets there. So when I pulled the old oil filter off,
It got stuck.
it got stuck to it and I didn't notice there was no gasket.
When did you do the last oil change?
Before we left Mexico.
How has this just happened
So there's
now?
been two, this one just sitting loosely on there and this one like, how, I don't know how it didn't leak that whole way.
I don't know either. That
So it was
doesn't
like
make any
that
sense.
and tightened. There's like a circle flange on the side of the engine that has that screw nut that the oil filter screws onto, but it's like buried down under the floor and I can see it only at the slightest angle. I can't really get a light onto it to see, so pretty much when I take the filter on and off I just do it all by feel. It's not a real visible thing to pull this filter off and go, oh, there's another gasket on there, why did that happen? It's really tricky to see, so that's why that got missed.
We just need to check when we take it off now that the gasket comes with
Oh,
it.
there's so many little things like that, isn't it?
Okay. I think I'm a bit tired now. That was a little bit stressful, but also not. Like, it was a minor problem. It was, what?
That was a great way of putting it. Like our engine dumped oil and we had to shut off and drift near rocks and get towed in, and you say it was a minor problem.
Was that a big problem?
But no, you're right, it is a minor problem.
I don't know, like, our engine didn't die. We were safe enough to turn the engine off and attempt to sail, and we were successful in sailing away from the rocks, but then we were sailing to the other rocks on the other side, and our tack angle wasn't very good, and we were kind of doing pirouettes, and the wind was just so light, we just couldn't quite, it wasn't working. Mick has put a new filter back on with just one gasket seal.
We'll try it. We'll try one this time.
Yeah, maybe we'll be more successful. I can't believe it hasn't leaked prior to this. He is putting in fresh oil because we did lose basically all of our oil. Then we need to attempt our bilge cleanup, and that is going to be the biggest and hardest job.
The oil's in. I don't see any dripping from anywhere else, so start her up and make some noise.
So rolly today.
I know.
Crazy. So we've got the engine idling at high RPMs. We're just making sure there's no leaks, but it's looking good so far.
It's very time consuming, but I'm just getting paper towel, doubling it over, and then I just roll a sausage roll, and then I just go down there and I just dunk that in there until it soaks up to about here, and then I pull it out.
Could you not use more?
Maybe.
You certainly win some and lose some in this lifestyle. Not every day is easy, but this lifestyle is still very much worth it. It is a lot of work though. I think sometimes YouTube doesn't portray just how much work this lifestyle is. And it's important to know, if you're thinking about this, you gotta be down for the hard work and the good times.
Attempt 2 at leaving Nukuhiva for Uapo.
Nervous?
No. What's going to happen? The same thing?
I don't want to do it again. How's it look?
Yeah, it looks really good.
I can't believe like no damage to our engine. That was pretty lucky.
Yeah, you don't have long. I'd say like another 30 seconds and something bad could have happened.
We're underway. Sails are up. The engine's still on. We're kind of motor sailing right now. As Mick mentioned earlier, we are struggling with our solar a bit. We've just had a few really cloudy days. So we don't have a generator, as you know. So we run our engine as a generator when we need to. We're having a lovely sail. You can hear that the engine is off now. And we're tearing along at like 6.5, 7.5 knots, which feels pretty great. It's beautiful out here today.
You know, it's just really nice to get back out to sea again.
Both our kids are snoozing, so the boat is very quiet right now. We are on Uapo.
Uapo.
We came over from Nukuhiva yesterday. We were pretty tired, but it was a pretty easy sail.
It was brilliant. I can't wait to get back out there again. I just wanted to keep going.
Where are we going today?
Well, there's meant to be some local chocolate dude here. He's not made of chocolate, but he makes chocolate.
And he's from Germany or something.
Yeah, apparently it's about an hour walk and there's a waterfall along the way. It's gonna be great. You know what? I like going to these new places and then finding a hike that's like an hour or two long.
Yeah.
It's a nice...
That's what the Marquesas is all about, man.
It's a nice habit.
Amazing. Another little cute Marquesan village. What have the boys found? What are they?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are they shells?
I don't know. It's like this.
Oh wow, it is a shell of some kind. That's cool.
Wow. That's the coolest tide pool ever.
It is really cool. Look at the little fishies.
Is that a sunflower?
We have a whole crew with us today. There's Meraki, Nirvana with M2 in the background. And then behind the rock you can't see two other boats that are coming with us today. There's the Arcudis. Tommy,
Spire buckle.
we're up with the spires.
Spire.
That was a decent uphill hike. We made it!
Here they come.
Ah, our welcome committee. That is not what I expected. Oh my gosh. Here he comes.
Oh, there he is.
Meet Manfred, the German chocolatier who lives in the mountains of a tiny Marquesan island with a slightly dirty sense of humor.
Okay, so good. You said, are all the women for him? And I said, absolutely.
Manfred grows and roasts his own coffee beans, has free-range chickens and ducks, but the star of the show is, of course, his famous chocolate. Manfred welcomed us to his outdoor kitchen for samples of his delicious chocolat.
Yeah. Is it just you alone out here?
No, my wife
What is it? So exciting.
Mick, I'll get one for Mick.
Bentley's.
Here you go, Mick. It's rich. Wow. That's intense.
It's chocolatey.
Oil added. No, nothing. Ein bisschen. Es gibt ein bisschen Zucker da drin. Yeah, there's a little bit of sugar in it, but that's it.
It's like quite bitter, but delicious.
I got bitten behind my leg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the crunch better.
One was crunchy? Yeah, mine was really smooth.
Rabbit.
You always say that.
Here it is.
Oh la la.
Charlie.
Nirvana. Yes.
Yo.
We got pamplemousse and chocolate. I'm very happy.
Nice.
What's better? Thank you, Manfred, for hosting our big crazy group and filling our bags with pamplemousse and chocolat. Our next mission was to find the local waterfall. Wow! Wow! Okay, that's better than I expected.
Oh.